to another episode of Ohana Manawa. Doing another breakfast video for you guys today. We're gonna be doing fried rice, a local favorite here on the islands. If anyone doesn't know what fried rice is, it's just pretty much a coated rice with meats, veggies. It's a all around either side dish or it can be a main dish. It can have your favorite vegetables inside. You can even bump it up, and we're gonna add eggs into it today. We're gonna scramble some eggs into it. I'm gonna get all that set up. Be right back. So by the end of this video, you guys can learn how to make your own fried rice. Aloha. Be right back. All right, you guys, I got the prep ready right here. So as you can see, this is your basic needs for fried rice. We got, of course, onions, bell peppers. We got a couple of eggs we're gonna add in. We got garlic, and then the meat of choice is really up to you. But today we're gonna be using Portuguese sausage. For my locals, it's called Portuguese Sausage. We also have some butter, and then we also have some sesame oil and hoisin sauce. So you can see that. That is for actually our rice. The secret to making a good fried rice is actually using a day-old fried rice. I know it sounds weird, but it works better because the rice, after it's cooling down, after it's cold, when you add your sesame oil and your hoisin, you're able to really coat each individual grain of rice into it. And the best rice to use for fried rice would actually be jasmine rice, only because it doesn't become sticky and mushy like how I have brown rice here or your regular white rice. Jasmine rice does work the best. So if you guys want to use that, but again, you're able to use any type of rice for fried rice. But again, the secret is day old. All right, guys. First, we're gonna be doing the rice. What we're gonna do, we're gonna coat the rice with our hoisin, sesame oil, and I'm gonna add a little garlic into the rice to get that coated, let that sit for a little bit. So what you're gonna start off, we're gonna start with about 2 tablespoons of hoisin, or a tablespoon and a half if you want to go less. You can always add more again. Sesame oil, we're gonna only be adding like tablespoon. That's about it. All you're using the sesame oil is to help break up your rice. What you don't want to do is smash your rice like that. What you're trying to do is called cutting. All you're doing is just trying to break up the clumps of rice. That way, all the sauce that you're putting in gets individually coated onto each individual grain. What you're trying to avoid is all these clumps, if you can see those. So just go ahead, cut. If you feel like it's not wet enough, it's still too harsh, go ahead, add a little bit more sesame oil. Be cognizant of the sesame oil due to the fact that it does take over flavor profiles for it being so strong. So you want to avoid using too much, because other than that, after that, your fried rice would just taste like sesame oil. Trust me. Okay, so after you break that up, I'm a garlic fiend, so I gotta add at least a tablespoon already to my garlic into my rice. Coat that. Okay, as soon as you get all that nicely coated, you're gonna just let it sit, let it marinate inside the sauce that you put it together, because it'll bring out your fried rice that much more. All right, we're gonna flip you around. We're gonna start our fried rice. All right, so we got our pot. Only reason why I like using a pot is because it's spacious. It gives you volume. Just how much fried rice you're planning on making. If you're making an individual for yourself, you can use a sauté pan. But I'm gonna be using a pot just to show you what's going on inside the pot. So we got our oil. We're gonna do a little bit of oil. Okay. Then you're gonna go ahead, throw in your onions, and then another tablespoon of garlic. If you love extra garlic, go ahead, throw it in. I'm going to be throwing in a lot of garlic. I'm going to give this a quick saute. After that, you're going to go throw in a half a tablespoon of butter. The butter is to help caramelize the onions and also help you from burning the bottom of your pan. You can go ahead and drop your heat to about a medium. After you start cooking, you're getting a nice color on it. Yeah. Oh, you can, if you had smell-o-vision, my goodness, it smells good in here already. Yeah. Yeah. With that, after your butter has melted, you're gonna go ahead and throw in your Portuguese sausage. Give that a nice saute. And bring up the heat. If once you add your Portuguese sausage, bring your heat back up to about medium high, only to make sure you're cooking your Portuguese sausage. You don't want to eat raw Portuguese sausage in your fried rice. From here, you can go ahead and add a little bit of salt, pepper, of course, flavor. About, I want to say a teaspoon so far. Only because there is a lot of flavor going on in this, and you don't want to over season it with salt and pepper due to the fact that sesame oil and the hoisin is already salted. Okay. Alright, so as soon as it gets in a nice dark golden like this, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw in our bell peppers. Give that a quick saute. With the bell peppers and the peas and carrots that you see that I prepped, it's gonna be thrown in last minute only because I still want that crunchy vegetable into the fried rice, just so your fried rice can have texture. If not, it's just gonna taste mushy or like you're eating baby food, which is not really that appetizing if you're not a baby. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make a nice little round right there. I'm gonna heat this up a little bit more. Now we're gonna only add an extra teaspoon of butter only to coat the bottom of this pan, because what we're trying to do is you're trying to create a caramelized texture onto your rice. The butter will help. The hoisin and the sesame oil that we added will also help as well. So you throw that in. Now because your rice is already cooked, you're not trying to cook it again. All you're trying to do is bring the flavor of the sesame and the hoisin out and into all of your vegetables and meats that you have in your fried rice. And after a quick little saute, you're gonna drop your heat to a medium for sure, just to avoid any burning. What I like to do, I like to lay it flat onto the bottom of this pan. I like to give a little crisp on the rice, make it like a crispy fried rice. And then from here, we're gonna throw in our vegetables, our peas and carrots. As you can tell, they are frozen, only because it's a lot easier to work with. If you want to use fresh carrots, you can. If you want to use fresh peas, you can. Just be cognizant that when you throw in your onions and garlic, you have to throw in your carrots at the same time. The only reason why I'm using frozen carrots is because it's already cooked. And it's breakfast, you know, you're trying to speed these up. You got hungry kids in the background. You know, so I'm just speeding this up because it's frozen and it's already hot in here. All I gotta do is make sure that the peas and carrots are cooked through. All right. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna be making a deluxe fried rice. We're gonna be adding 2 eggs, scrambled into sides. So we're gonna drop our heat to low, or if you want, you can take it off of the heat for now if you didn't get your eggs ready, like how I did. Got my fried rice. We're gonna bring the heat up to medium low. What you're gonna do, you're gonna make a little puga. Nice little hole for where you're gonna drop your eggs, okay? right, so we got our fried rice. We're gonna throw in a little butter. We're gonna throw a little butter inside. We're gonna bring the heat up to about a medium to melt the butter so we can add in our eggs. So doing this does two things. One, you get to cook in one pan, and second, if you like if you like crispy rice like how I want, I'm crisping the rice at the same time. So, all right. So as soon as you got your puka ready and nice and hot, and you got your butter melted, we're gonna go ahead and throw in our egg. As soon as the egg, once you have your egg in, you're gonna go ahead and keep stirring it, stirring it. Keep stirring, stirring. As soon as your egg is done, it's done scrambling, you're gonna go ahead and just fold it all in. All right, and there you go, guys. You have a deluxe fried rice. All right, guys, there you go. Deluxe fried rice for your next breakfast meal or lunch or hey, even dinner. It's good all around. Hope you guys like this video. Until next time, see you guys again. Aloha.